The Stoics understood forgiveness as an act of profound wisdom, not weakness. Yet they also recognized a harsh truth. There are certain people you should never forgive, not out of spite or revenge, but because wisdom demands it, because some doors, once reopened, lead only to destruction. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus taught us that true strength lies not in endless mercy, but in discernment. They knew that forgiving the wrong person doesn't just risk your peace of mind, it threatens your very future. Today, we explore 5 types of people who forfeit the right to your forgiveness. People who, if given a second chance, will make you wish you had trusted your instincts the first time. The first is the serial betrayer. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." For the habitual betrayer, disloyalty isn't a mistake, it's their nature. They've dyed their soul with treachery. Picture the friend who promised to keep your secret, then scattered it like seeds on fertile ground. Or the business partner who smiled at board meetings while secretly negotiating deals behind your back. They come to you afterward with tears in their eyes, swearing on everything sacred that it will never happen again. But here's what the Stoics knew. When you forgive a betrayer once, you teach them that your relationship matters more than your self-respect. Forgive them twice, and you've essentially handed them a license to exploit you. You become complicit in your own destruction. A snake doesn't apologize for its nature. It simply strikes again when the opportunity presents itself. The Stoic response: protect yourself. Even if it means walking away permanently, your future self will thank you for having the courage to close that door. The second type is the reputation assassin. Seneca warned us to regard your good name as the richest jewel you can possess. Your reputation is the invisible currency that determines whether others trust you, respect you, or believe in you. When someone deliberately attacks your reputation through calculated lies, vicious rumors, or twisted half-truths, they're committing a form of social murder. Think of the jealous colleague who plants seeds of doubt about your integrity, or the bitter ex-partner who spreads fabricated stories designed to destroy your standing in the community. The Stoics understood that reputation takes decades to build, but only moments to shatter. You may choose to forgive them publicly for your own peace, but never again grant them access to the circle where they can reach your name. Some wounds to reputation never fully heal, and wisdom means ensuring they can't inflict them again. Third, beware the manipulator who weaponizes victimhood. Epictetus taught us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. But master manipulators understand this principle and use it against you. These are the people who wrong you, then somehow manage to emerge as the injured party in their own narrative. They hurt you deliberately, but when you dare to defend yourself, suddenly you become the aggressor in their story. They excel at guilt trips, selective memory, and emotional blackmail. When you forgive them, you often find yourself apologizing twice, once for what they did to you, and again for having the audacity to call them out on it. The Stoic solution is elegant: distance. Their drummer is a storm you don't need to weather. Step out of their theater entirely. The fourth type is the abuser who mistakes forgiveness for permission. The Stoics valued mercy, but they also understood that mercy without justice becomes weakness. To an abuser, Your forgiveness isn't reconciliation, it's authorization to continue. Consider the partner who repeatedly crosses your boundaries, then arrives with flowers and empty promises of change. Or the boss who humiliates you in public, then thinks buying you lunch erases the humiliation. They see your forgiveness not as grace, but as weakness to be exploited. Marcus Aurelius would remind us that boundaries aren't walls built from hatred there. Fortifications built from self-respect. Sometimes the greatest kindness you can offer someone is the wisdom that comes from your absence. When someone shows you who they are through their actions, believe them. Finally, never forgive those who systematically try to destroy your will. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Some people see your inner strength as a personal threat to their comfort. These are the dream killers, the spirit crushers, the ones who fear your growth because it illuminates their own stagnation. They chip away at your willpower with constant doubt, relentless criticism, and calculated mockery. Picture the friend who rolls their eyes every time you share an ambition, or the family member who says you're just not that type of person whenever you attempt positive change. If you continue forgiving them without creating distance, their poison seeps into your mind, slowly transforming your dreams into self-doubt. The Stoic path demands that you guard your mental fortress. Once someone proves they're committed to weakening your resolve, you must have the wisdom to close the gates. Your mind is sacred territory not everyone deserves visiting rights. The ancient Stoics didn't believe in holding grudges, but they absolutely believed in seeing clearly. They taught us to observe people as they truly are, not as we wish them to be, and to respond with appropriate wisdom. Forgiveness is indeed noble, but only when offered to those who value and deserve it. To give it freely to the unworthy isn't kindness, it's negligence toward your own soul. It's a betrayal of your future self, who will have to live with the consequences of your misplaced mercy. Guard your mind like the treasure it is. Protect your peace like your life depends on it. And choose your path with the clarity that only wisdom can provide. This is the way of the Stoics, not harsh, but honest, not cruel, but clear. Because sometimes the most loving thing you can do for yourself is to refuse forgiveness to those who would use it as a weapon against you.